I think we might be clear. Shall we do the thing? Let's do the thing. Hello, friends. Hi, how are you? Hey, hello, hi, how are you? Let's move this somewhere where it looks like it makes more sense. Like there. So far, everyone's name is showing up in chat. I reached out to the whatchamajigger, the dev of the chat stuff, and they gave me a new code, so we'll see if people show up. We'll see if people show up in chat that weren't before. But yeah, we're good. Now look at that. The answer is no. No, they don't. The answer is no, they don't. So we're going to try one thing before we get too involved. We're going to try one thing before we get too involved here. Jam! It's damn good to see you. How are you? I'm going to try one more thing. If we do this, does it change? We'll see. I'm gonna have to resize a little bit. Oh yeah, that's kind of the general feeling I feel. Oh my god, what just happened? The heck just happened here? We're fixing things on the fly, which is what I feel like I am really good at doing when it comes to being a streamer. What the crap? What the what is going on here? What is... You know what? You know what I say? We're gonna just do this for right now. We're gonna just throw y'all over here and call it a day. How about that? If you guys say things, it'll be fine. Everything is fine. Everything's awesome. Nothing is broken. Everything's great. Well, tonight, friends, we are... Please, also, if you have weird audio issues tonight, let me know. I had to change a ton of stuff on my microphone. like out of nowhere, and it kind of bothers me, but I'm trying. Anyhow, hi. Yes, hello. How are you? We are painting tonight. We're gonna paint. We're gonna jump over here, and we're gonna paint, and we're gonna do our best. We're gonna do our best. Let's see what happens if I do this. I'm gonna do some testing. Look at that. This is a very long test message. Look at that. Look at that test message right there. It's beautiful, isn't it? No, I didn't want you to do that. No, I said no. I want this. There we go. That's more like it. That's what I want. Right there. We're fixing this because we're putting things up on YouTube lately. So what I really want is the ability to have chat show up while we are hanging out here together. That's what I want. There we go. That should work. We should be good. Everybody ogle at no cat in the window. Naya! How are you? No, I absolutely remember. Hello. Hello. Of course I remember. Of course I remember. How you doing? Let's have this run up into this. Like... Cats! Oh my god, why are we doubled up? What is happening? Why are there so many alerts? Hello! Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Everything's broken. It's great. Don't worry about it. Everything is broken. This is what I get for switching computers. It's fine. Oh. Mood. Thank you for restoring 24 months. My god, this is your 2-year anniversary, Kaz. This is your 2-year anniversary. Whole different person. I used to be a partying bartender mama. Now I'm a full stay-at-home homeschooling mama. Naya, your whole life has changed. That's crazy. I hope it's changed for the better. I hope you're finding that to be really fulfilling for you. 2 whole years of coziness. We're gonna start out with number 2. Number 2. And maybe a cat will show up. I'm gonna leave cat cam up because I like it better when cat cam is up. But my paint is starting to get kind of thick. We're gonna have to start thinning it out. I remembered to start captions this time. Good job, me. North Dakota, not happy about everything. Oh, North Dakota. Oh my gosh. I know our high was -11 in Minnesota today. Ew. 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 Tomorrow our high is -7, so, you know, brisk warm up here in the cities. How are you enjoying that North Dakota life? School got canceled for local school districts? Yeah, because I think that they have to at a certain temperature because they can't expect kids to stand out and wait for buses, which I'm grateful for. I'm very glad that that is the case. It's paintbrushes, all goopy. We don't like a goopy paintbrush. -30 with the wind chill. Ugh. Ugh. From Washington, says, wow, been here a year now. Never seen a negative before you moved here. Oh yeah, 30s feels great some days, right? The 30s feel great. And you're grateful for them when they come back. Going on holiday with your partner? That's amazing. Hope you have an amazing, amazing time, Kaz. I'm excited because we do have a trip coming up soon. And I did have to stop and think for a second because I've never been to Florida. Well, I've only been to Florida one time this time of year, and the temperature was in the 60s, which is downright perfect for me. I love the 60s. 60s is my favorite. So if that's the case, I'm gonna be in heaven. Oh no, see, here's the thing. I'm getting into it. So I have these paint by numbers that I'm doing of my pets, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited to be working on them. And I want to do all of the pets. I also want to do some watercolor on stream this year, or some more watercolor. We haven't done any. I also was thinking about doing some like Zen coloring and stuff. I was thinking about doing some Zen coloring because, like, you guys, when I hang out with you, it is my chill out time. It is my cozy vibes. It is my unwind. And so you guys kind of get to be at the whim of whatever's the cozy craft for me. I do need to start crocheting again. I have to start working on making some stock, but ADHD brain only works on urgency. And since I don't have any markets booked right now, I don't have a lot of urgency to be working on stuff for markets, which just shoots me in the foot later when I get markets, but you know. Oh no, I was still in the warm-up. Don't worry about that. Don't ever worry about it. I won't answer you. I will never answer you if I'm not in a position to answer at the time, so don't worry. I was still in my starting screen. How you doing? Oh, hi Wisp. Thank you for stepping not on this at all. I think you guys are getting Wisp on cam tonight. I think you guys are all getting a Wisp cam. Looks like it. It's a surprise for my partner. They know we're going away, and roughly for how far, because they're driving, but you haven't told anyone what it is. That's amazing. I hope she jumps up there. I want Wisp cam for you guys tonight, because she's always such a goofball. She's such a ham when she's up there. Naya, I think I only had 2 cats last time you were here. I have 4 now. Hi, honey. You got back for the Wild game? Did the Wild win? Also, was my hockey boyfriend there, and did he play well? He's been angry the last few games I've watched. I'm a big Jake Middleton fan. They did. Number 5, Jake Middleton defense. My mom is a Marcus Foligno lover. Number 17. Her cat is actually named after Foligno. Marcus. Bimo. Bimo is named Marcus after Foligno. Just got a kitten. He's 5 months old and wild AF. That sounds like a 5-month-old kitten. That's amazing. I love when Mitzi scores goals. It makes me so happy. Not the game that I was just at, but the game that I went to before that was a really, really, really good game. And he scored our second goal. A lot of our good players have been out on injury. I haven't even looked to see who's back yet. Read up a little. After being out for 5 years, I mainly stopped because my mama and niece died. I also stopped crafting, but this last year I finished my 7th thing. It's super good for crafting. It's been good for my crafting. Also stopped all my meds for ADHD, depression, and everything. So it's been good. I'm streaming again. Nervous about it because it's been so long, but I don't really want to leave the house anymore. See, streaming was a great connection for me too. Also, let me respond in order. I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry to hear that. That is so hard. That's so hard. I'm really proud of you for getting back into the crafting. And if you are staying home a lot, I mean, honestly, for me, streaming was a good connection to people when I kind of felt stuck to being alone. So if that's a good way for you to connect to people again and continue that joy, do it. Do it, do it. The rough rowdy guys, yeah. Felino likes to start fights because it riles the team up. Oh, the Minnesota Wild. It's been fun getting to go to games with my mom this year. I've been her hockey game buddy since she kept her tickets after my dad passed, and we've been, I wear his jersey to the games, and I sit in his seat, and actually she sits in his seat now because she's become the chatty Cathy. He was always the socializer, so he sat next to the other people and talked, but ended up on the Jumbotron eating a chicken tender. What do you mean eating a chicken tender in reverse? How do you eat a chicken tender in reverse? Naya, I'm happy. I'm happy that it sounds like you're adjusting. They had a compilation of recordings of audience members eating food in reverse. Oh god. And of course you. Of course it has to be you, right? That would be the one that I would be just so desperately like, please not me. Please not me for this one. Please anything else but this one. Anything but this one. I luckily have never been on the Jumbotron. I would die. Actually, that's a lie. I was on the Jumbotron at a Twins game. I was at a Twins game with my ex-boyfriend because we were still very, very good friends, and we were each other's baseball buddies, so we would go to baseball games together. And it was a very, very cold day at the stadium, an outdoor stadium for Twins now. And so we were sharing a blanket. Like, we were cuddled up under a blanket and both had hot cocoa, and we were up on Kiss Cam, and we just looked at each other like, absolutely not. I'm sure because we were sharing a blanket, they assumed it was safe, but I assure you it was a platonic blanket. I assure you it was a platonic blanket. Tired of being lonely. Friend, I understand that completely. I don't have any friends here in North Dakota. Streaming might make me happy again. I think without having to go out. I'm just nervous because I was wild. Fun. Hey, I'm 40 and I stay home and do nothing, so. Yeah. Fully. Honestly, that is what stream was for me and is still for me. Is it's just a place to hang out with friends, and I've gotten to meet all these awesome people that are here right now and call them my friends and get to have them in my life because of streaming. And all I've ever done, other than like my charity streams, obviously, which get a little more wild, is just hang out. My goal has never been to like be partnered or be a big name. I mean, it's nice to have a little boost to income and stuff like that, but it's never been my goal to be anything more than this, really. Oh, I'm so happy, Naya. That makes me feel so good. I really do hope that you try it. At least try it. Give it... So when I started streaming, I told myself I'd give it a year, and I would reevaluate at that point. Maybe give yourself a year. Try it out. Just see how it goes. Even if you can't do a year, if you're too nervous to do that, give yourself 6 months. Because 6 months is probably the shortest amount of time that you can really use to evaluate how something's going in your life. You gotta give it a good 6 months before you can really go, this is working or it's not. With just about everything. Just about everything. Before you can be super critical of, nah, it's not working. Oh yeah, so much has changed. If you ever have questions, please feel free to DM me. I've used Streamlabs, I've used Stream Elements, I use Mix It Up. Like, I've used a lot of it. So if you have questions, you're really not sure, because it has changed a lot. I'm always open to helping people learn. I'm sometimes really slow to respond on DMs though, just as an FYI. It's the ADHD. My brain forgets. My brain's like, ah, yes, you have a message. And then 6 weeks later, it's like, and you never responded to that message. Good job. Good job, Kat. Good job. Yeah, I use OBS. I use Stream Elements for a couple of things, but I use Mix It Up Bot for a lot, because Mix It Up Bot runs just about everything other than some stuff that, like, there's certain things that only run for me through Stream Elements, but just about I'm even shifting all of my alerts over to Mix It Up. Mix It Up does have a really, really strong learning curve to it though, so I don't recommend it as a starting point unless you have a lot of time to read and learn with tutorials. It's a very powerful tool, but it was very overwhelming when I first got it. Like in channel points, the Daily Taco is run through that. Most of my channel points are run through it. I have hella time, yeah. Well, I would say, don't say no to Mix It Up, but maybe dip a toe in really lightly. Like, maybe just use it for a couple of things, like alerts, or, you know, don't try to get too deeply complex with it yet. There are some really, really great tutorials out there that explain everything really, really well. Kaz got their taco. I can't remember what type of taco I got earlier. Oh, Wisp is chewing on her beans. Are those some tasty beans? I think I might have to cut her back toenails. She's munching on those pretty hard. Barbacoa. This weekend I got a very specific craving for shawarma, and I was so disappointed with the food I ordered for dinner last night. Because, like, all of the Mediterranean places around me were closed for some reason. Or their delivery fee, or their delivery time was, like, ridiculous. So I had to go with, like, a chain. And their shawarma was not my favorite. Yay, hearts! Look at all them hearts. My normal Mediterranean place was not open. And they have these giant Euro platters that are so good. So many bubbles. I'm so happy those are working. Pixel chat sometimes is one of those ones I forget to refresh. I got to go play with my friend's kitten yesterday. She is so tiny and so cute. Oh, that's totally fine. Do it. Do it up. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. That's crazy. I mean, that's literally how time works. But also, that's so wild. That's so wild. I think we're gonna need another coat of the number 3 again. Oh, that's true though, because didn't we only did 1 coat last time. And I've been doing an average of 3 coats to cover up the numbers and stuff. A whole person. And a whole up and atom on their own person. That's so crazy. Oh, I'm going to a hockey game tomorrow. I forgot. Not a wild game. I'm going to the PWHL. I think it's Minnesota versus Ontario. Back talking. Yeah, 7 years old sounds like about the time they start really trying to assert their independence, right? No, I want what I want. Yeah, my friend has season tickets and she needed a game buddy for tomorrow, so I will be joining her. Which is exciting for me because they have all the same food vendors open for these games, and I have not gotten... there's like this edible cookie dough stand, and I haven't gotten them for a while. And I really, really want it. They have a new flavor. They have an Andes mint flavor, and I'm not entirely certain I want that. I usually get the Monster or the regular chocolate chip. I posted some of it in Discord, which, by the way, you're not there. There it is. I posted some of it in Discord, but I baked so much bread this weekend. Like, I just kept having ideas of what I wanted to make, so I made things. This started out with a sourdough starter focaccia, because I needed it for my breakfast sandwiches this week. And then I started my first sourdough loaf to try and see if my sourdough starter was ready. And then I did a sourdough discard banana bread. And then I made a focaccia pizza crust for deep dish pizza. And it was delicious. It was so good. All of it was so good. The sourdough loaf did turn out, I think I underbaked it just the slightest bit, but honestly, like today I had it with some of my soup and it came out, it was so good. It was so good. I homeschool now. I gave him the day off, but was teaching him about presidents and who he was. Yeah. I don't like that guy because he doesn't look, oh. It's like at least you're cute, right? It's one of those at least you're cute moments. That's really all you can ask, right? At least you tried. At least you tried. Yeah, I got into a bread kick. So I used to make a lot of bread years ago. I used to make tons of bread. Mostly peasant loaves. Very simple bread. Um, Nothing too complex. Just regular loaves, peasant loaves. Um, Never much beyond that. And I had never made sourdough. I am 5 years past the COVID sourdough trend. I completely understand that. That's fine. Doesn't bother me. And decided I saw a couple friends posting about sourdough that they were making, and I'm like, screw it, I'm doing this. Screw it, I'm doing this. And so I started a sourdough starter. It also was inspired because my sister-in-law made focaccia for Christmas, and I was like, man, I can make focaccia. Focaccia is one of those breads that it's like, I could do this. I can do this. I want to do this. I want to do it myself. Because that's a lot of how my brain works. It's like, I try something, it's delicious, and then I'm like, I want to make it. I want to do this myself. And so there I went. And now I make like a focaccia a weekend. It's been really, really good for my breakfast sandwiches. I know that I'm having way too many carbs, but the way that I think about it is I'm starting to run again, so I need the carbs, right? I'm starting to run, so. How many cat boxes do we have? We have 4. We have 4 cats and 4 boxes. They really only use 3 of them. You can. You could do sourdough without a Dutch oven. You can do what's called an open bake. Focaccia, yeah. You could do an open bake instead of doing one. So the Dutch oven is nice because it gets that really hot, crispy outside right away. But if you look up open baking, you could do it. I lucked out in that I got a Dutch oven for my first marriage, for my first wedding, and I think I've only used it like once. I think I made a pot roast in it, and I completely forgot that I had a Dutch oven, and I was stressing out over buying one and like looking up how to do open baking because I'm like, oh no, I don't have a Dutch oven. I'm never gonna be able to do this. Similarly, and was cleaning all my cast iron up and was like, oh wait, no, I have a full Dutch oven right here. I lucked out on that part. Of course. Yeah, you can do an open bake. It's kind of, I believe open baking is sort of considered a more advanced because you have to pay attention to it a little bit longer so that you're making sure that you're temping it and getting it crispy and all that, but it's entirely possible to do sourdough without a Dutch oven. It's also really fun to take care of my starter. His name is PETA, and I love him. I talk to him, and my husband thinks I'm talking to him. And I have to be like, no, sorry, I was talking to the bread. See, that's the thing that I was saying last stream is that I think that bread making is one of the perfect hobbies for ADHD because you get to do something really exciting and then leave it alone for a long time and then come back and do exciting things and then leave it alone for a long time, and it works pretty good. It works out a-okay. right, this should be the last coat, and then we can move on to the next color. That's the other thing that's really nice about focaccia, is when you do really a good focaccia is overnight fermented. Treat myself. Naya, thank you. I will treat myself as soon as I finish this section here. You mix it all up and then you leave it in the fridge for like 12 hours, so. If you forget about it, that's actually good because you want it to proof for a very, very long time. The one that I made this weekend was everything bagel seasoning on top. And it is excellent. I do like the straight up Parmesan sea salt. That is always just real good too. Okay, section done. Treat time. Where did my treat jar go? Oh, there it is. I'm gonna have this. You can't, you really can't. I do want to make bagels. I do want to make bagels. Oh, Naya, thank you. That's really, really kind. This is from our advent calendar from the fundraising stream. It's better than the old Marmite, that's for sure. However, I do have to side with Ari, who's in the Discord a lot, because it's so salty. I can't imagine that it would ever actually spoil. I feel like legally they have to say that there's a day that it would go bad by, but I really don't foresee any reason Marmite would actually ever spoil. Chocolate is always good, true. Basically, I find with chocolate that unless it has like those white spots on it, it's usually pretty good. And even then, sometimes it's perfectly fine because chocolate is delicious. Toothpaste has an expiration date. Yeah, toothpaste doesn't really spoil, but I think because it's a thing that you put in your body, they have to legally put some kind of expiration date on it. The Food and Drug Administration has all kinds of weird rules. It's always fine, yeah. Just like honey has an expiration date, but honey doesn't go bad. It can crystallize, in which case if you just sit it in some boiling water, it'll be fine, but crystallized honey is still perfectly fine. You guys, I keep getting like oil and flour and stuff all over my clothes from baking because there's a lot of oil involved in focaccia. So I bought myself this cute smock apron, and then I immediately was like, this pattern is so simple. I could probably sew one myself. Yeah, because again, that's how my brain works. I see thing and I go, I could probably make that. And so then I make them. Things like that have use by dates, as in the date which will stop tasting its best, but it's still fine to eat. Yeah. that makes a lot more sense. It's like it's a Best By. Like it's gonna have its best flavor before this day. After that, man, it's up to you if you want to eat it. But it won't kill you. Probably. I like Best Buys. Best Buy days are good. I did recently get rid of a lot of things in our fridge, though, because they had expiration and Best Buy dates that were, like, 2021. Like, I don't want to gamble with this. I don't want to gamble with this. I went through a phase where I cooked a lot, and then I quit cooking. And, now I'm cooking a lot again, so... I did something simple for lunches. I've been doing more complex lunches, like stews and soups and stuff. And this weekend I just made something simple as to take a break. And I think that's good. I think it's good to give yourself some... Nah, we're gonna do simple meals. However, there was no vegetable component to our lunches this week, which kind of makes me a little sad because I do like trying to get vegetables in when I can, but I always forget it. Best before is what I said. Oh, use it by this date or consume at your own risk. It'll probably kill you. Okay, well, now I'll have to keep that in mind. After moving to North Dakota, I've been cooking and I've been a cooking and crafting bestie, gain a lot of weight, but hey, as long as you're happy and healthy, who cares? Who friggin' cares? If you're happy and you're healthy. See, for me, I am happy, but I'm not exactly healthy. My doctor wants my saturated fats or something. Cholesterol. My cholesterol. She wants my cholesterol to come down. Which I find wholly silly to me with the amount of eggs I eat that my cholesterol is so high. But I realized I was eating like a lot of bacon and stuff. You know those yarn cake holders that go on your wrist? Oh, yeah, I have one of those. I have one of those. It's over there. I was like, wait a second, where is it? I know I have one. I love those. They work really nice in a car and an airplane, too. And just hang up the yarn. It's so nice. You made them out of perlers, though. I'm very intrigued. They work so well. You just use the binder clip to hang them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you do Discord and you join our Discord, there is a space where you can share all your crafty things. I'd love to see it. I would love to see it. I love this song specifically that just ended. It ends and there's such a long hang time before any other song. It's specifically just how that song ends. And I notice it every time. Heard that saturated fat is what raises LDLs. That's what, for me, my LDLs were high. I reduced my saturated fat intake as much as I could, and it didn't seem to do much. And then I started taking fish oil, and it helped slow it down at least. Okay, so I don't love fish oil. It makes me not feel great. But I know, like, omega-3s is really the primary focus of fish oils, so I can go back to either drinking my chia water or having chia pudding. I know that helps a lot. And the fiber's good for you too, so. I used to have a glass of chia and lemon water once a day. Like a tablespoon of chia, a couple squirts of lemon juice, and just drink that. Chia seeds have some protein, really good fiber, and the omega-3s, so it's not a bad thing to do. I started taking elderberry extract today too, because I've heard elderberry extract does really good. I do like chewy water. I mean, we grew up on Orbits. What did they expect? What was I saying? I don't remember. Oh, elderberry. Elderberry helps with blood sugar regulation and things like that that are also a problem for me. So, elderberry. So elderberry is supposed to be good for helping regulate blood sugars, for immune boosting, things like that. So I'm trying it out. Lemon juice, ginger, cayenne pepper sauce. I used to. I don't have a, I never did them in a blender myself, Naya. So you can do them without a blender. It just really is how pulpy do you mind your things being. I liked them. I usually do them. I liked them. You don't have, so if you go to, you have to go into values. So if you follow that link, the next step that you'll need to do after welcome is go to roles. Go to values, excuse me. And values, you'll have to accept the values, and then you can go to roles. None pulpy. You don't like pulpy. But you just said you like chewy drinks. I am the weird person who really likes pulpy orange juice. I love pulpy orange juice. Unless it's for a mimosa, then I don't want pulp. Oh, the mushiness. Okay. I got you. It's all texture-based, right? Everything is texture-based in my book. When I was pregnant, I drank a thing like a gallon of OJ a day. You got a calcium bump under your chin from how much you were consuming? Oh my goodness. I mean, at least you were getting a lot of calcium and not too little. I'm always on the too little side because I don't like milk. I did have a random craving for chocolate milk, and I haven't had any yet. Maybe I'll have some with breakfast tomorrow. Unless my husband's drank it already. That happens to me a lot. Oh, wow. Yeah, I had never heard that that's something that can happen. I love that Wisp is giving you all the butt. You're all getting the butt from her. If you take ADHD meds... So yes, I did know that. I did know that. Also, antacids help you, make you hyperabsorb the ADHD meds. Specifically Adderall. I'm not sure with all of them, but amphetamine-based ones. So stimulant-based ADHD drugs. Antacids are not great to be taking. Because they'll basically just make you hyper-absorb. This butt. This little butt right here. That one. That little butt. Tiny little butt. All right. Last spot. And then we're moving on. Now she's giving me a dirty look. All right. On to color 4. Post the key line. Oh, yeah. Look. We actually have a lot of things to go through in show and tell, so let's do a quick show and tell. Oh, I don't know where it went, though. There it is. Let's do this. We'll do a quick show and tell. Doop. Oh, this is cute stuff. Okay, so, new friend that we made a little while ago, Debbie. Debbie makes a lot of art, so that's super duper cute. That's super duper cute. I gotta go backwards. I think we've caught up for most of this, but this, oh my gosh, the screen size, I tell you what. The screen size drives me crazy. But look at, that is so cool that you made those out of perler beads. Look at that. I love the rainbow one. That rainbow one's really cool. That's super cool. I would never have thought, so did you just do like lines and did you just then fuse them all together to make those? That is so cool. And what a fun way to use up perler beads. That is so cool. Honestly, if you're doing a craft can, that is a really, really great way to keep all of your yarns separated. That's one of the things that keeps me from doing them a lot, is I hate how tangled they get. Go have some dinner, enjoy your lurk. Oh, Frosty Tools, never letting us down. All right, we're into 4. I think I'm gonna go. Hi, Marceline. Welcome to the stream. How are you? I just roller coastered through 3 very different emotions in quick succession. Excited for the holiday, grief over cat loss, yes, and found someone ordered from my shop. Doing up, down, up, down, up, down. We'll hang out here to be calm and happy. And also, here's a Marceline. Hi, honey. Hi. So So the circles have holes in the middle. In the center are the T-shaped. Oh! Oh, that makes so much sense. Okay. That's so cool. Mine's wood. Mine I ordered off of Etsy, and it's wooden. You definitely don't have a favorite cat of mine, right? I tell Marceline all the time that she's my favorite black cat. In this whole house, she's my favorite black cat. And Wisp is my favorite calico cat. And Kima is my favorite tabby cat. And Dagny is my favorite white cat. Yes. Yep, she's my black cat. And she's named after Marceline from Adventure Time. Yes, you are. She's not the fry thief, though, despite the Marceline name. Wisp is the fry thief. Marcy really likes egg yolk. She doesn't normally come and steal it the way Wisp does, but if I give it to her, she's always really happy. 40 is your favorite of mine. I love that. Hey, Thamar, how you doing? How are you doing this evening? Oh, we got an ad starting up in about a minute here. If you are subscribed, you'll stick around here. If you're not, please take that as a second to get up, take a stretch break, grab some water, do a little self-care. You'll have 3 minutes to get up and have a little break. Even if you are subbed, get up and have a little break. I dare you. It's a pain by number. I'm so glad I spelled that correctly. Good job, me. I should probably correct that, but I'm busy painting. I'm not painting, I'm painting now. According to that. Pain by numbers. I know, it doesn't sound good, does it? Sounds like something you'd want to avoid in general. I'll fix it as soon as I'm done with this section, which is in just a second. Because I would definitely like it to not say pain by number. Oh, no. Thank you. I love you. No, 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 no. No, honey. I don't want you walking up here right now. There, now it's fixed. I don't want you walking on that table right now. No. No. Come here. Come here. Oh, baby girl. Oh, did you just bonk your head? Did you just bonk your head? Let's go bonk. Yeah. Are you just gonna sit here and watch? Yeah. Marcy likes to sit and watch. All right, going across. Our next spot with 4 is right here. But yes, if you want your own pet paint your by numbers, that link that was posted, you can do exclamation mark project. Grey Duck Art does ship. They're local here in Minnesota, and they do a lot of like tap room painting classes that are always really fun. But you can order yourself. You can order yourself a kit from them as well, and they will ship it to you with all the paints and everything you need. And they have lots of sales. They're pretty frequent with their sales, so you can always just follow them on social media too. Sometimes they're shorter. Sometimes that they'll base it on, like, if a chat's been super active, they'll do them less. It's weird because it's up to 3 minutes of ads. And you didn't get any. Well, you just jumped in, so yeah. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune's a great card to get right now. Usually means that things are coming in line. Things are falling into place. Good stuff is about to happen. Hard work is about to pay off, that kind of stuff. I drew the 5 of Cups today as a general mood for the day, and I kind of needed that because it's the it's kind of the reminder that you can get distracted by mourning the things that could have been and not turning around and seeing what's still there, what you still have. It's a good reminder, but it was also kind of like, hi Spencer, how you doing? I have not seen Troll Hunters. I do like Guillermo del Toro though. Guillermo del Toro does a lot of real great, like, weirdo films, and I love weirdo stuff. I need to rewatch Pan's Labyrinth. It's been a long time. That's where my cats came from. Oh, your cat's name came from that. Amazing. Doing okay. I like this corgi. Yeah. He's laying on the floor next to me right now. I'm trying not to miss, because I missed some last time. I'm missing the 4s. That's 7, 7. Okay, so the next 4 is here. But I should probably do this one first because we're trying not to smudge. Trying not to smudge. Pan's Labyrinth. Pan's Labyrinth is in Spanish. It's in Spanish. Portuguese, actually, I believe. The Troll movie. Ah, look, Korg shows up. That's one that I want to see too. Yeah, it's the show. It's the show. Cora gets to have the benefit of all of my bread making. Oh, I was gonna have a piece of banana bread before stream and I forgot. Oh well. It's a thick boy. You're gonna bring me a piece. Service with a smile. Banana bread is good stuff. Yeah, it's a really, really like dense loaf that I made today. Oh, thank you, dear. Smile penny. It's a really, really dense loaf. But it has sourdough starter in it, so there's some gut healthy stuff going on in it. Does that make it better for you? Not necessarily. Because it's still banana bread. But at least it has some gut-friendly stuff in it, which makes it easier to digest. So I'll tear this in half. This is the loaf that I made this weekend. It's got walnuts. I feel like I could have used one more banana. I always like more banana than the recipe calls for. Like, it's not really banana bread if it doesn't taste like bananas, right? Like, this tastes like bananas. But there could definitely be more banana. What do you guys prefer when it comes to banana bread? Do you want walnuts or chocolate chips or both? Or something else? This recipe called for 3. And since I've never made it before, I tend to go with starting with 3, seeing how it bakes up. Next time I make it, I might do 4. Chocolate chip is very good. I also toasted my walnuts just a little bit. Magpie's Nest, who is here often, suggested that. She did a B&P at school, so she was like, I went to bread school, toast your nuts. So I toasted my nuts. I also feel like the bananas I used were a little bit on the smaller side, so I could have probably gotten away with 4. 8 bananas. But I got this loaf from my bestie and I actually enjoyed it immensely. I think I'd like nuts too, but the boys don't like nuts. I only added a handful of chips. Yeah. Yeah. It's a nice thing about making it yourself. You can customize it in any way you want. One of my banana bread recipes has Jack Daniels in it, or any kind of whiskey. And it just brightens the flavors up. It's really, really good. And all the alcohol cooks off in the oven, so you don't really get like, it's not like drunken banana bread. But it just adds such a depth of flavor. It's very cool. Rupert's waiting for me to drop some. He just grumbled at me. Hi, cutie. Oh, big stretches, Wisp. Big stretches, Wisp. I haven't made a good zucchini loaf in a while. It is not zucchini season. And zucchini is one of those things that if you put them in your... If you put them in the, if you put them in your garden, they can completely take over. So I don't tend to... Maybe I'll take some off my brother this year because I know they're good. Drunk banking, a little bit for you, a little bit for me. Yes! I like how you think, SMR. I think this big section of 4 is the last section. And of course I just did all of this, so now it's all wet. Maybe if I start all the way over here. Ordered an English cucumber from a grocery delivery order and got a zucchini. No! No! I've definitely had them replace that the same way for me when they're like, oh, they're out of English cucumbers, so here's a zucchini. I'm like, they're not even kind of the same. Ah. I'd rather get like mini Persians. In my opinion, English cucumbers and Persian cucumbers taste way better than a like standard American cucumber. I absolutely fell victim to the cucumber salad trend this summer, and it was delicious, and I don't regret it at all. For some reason, that reminded me. I may go on a tangent talking about this, but I was making something with beans, something with black beans, like a black bean soup or something. And my ex-husband, when we were still married and he was living here, was out at the grocery store, and I asked him, because I thought I had a can of black beans here, and it turns out I did not. So I messaged him knowing he was at the grocery store, and I was like, hey, can you pick me up a can of black beans? Because I thought I had some, and I don't, and I need them for my soup. And he's like, yeah, I got it. Okay, cool. Go back to making everything else, just waiting on the black beans. And he comes home. I have like the entire stock and everything all set up, cut, chopped, ready to go. When he walks through the door and he hands me a dry bag of black beans. And I was like, bro, I needed these for a soup I'm cooking today, not tomorrow. And he's like, I mean, he's a chef. So in his mind, he was doing the right thing because they're cheaper. You know, dry black beans are fine, whatever. I had everything cooked and ready to go. And that was his argument, Naya, was that he wasn't wrong. He got me black beans, and that I should have specified I meant canned. And at that time I was like, but I told you they're for a soup I was making right now. Like, I don't need tomorrow black beans. We got into a whole argument over it. Could I have been clearer? Absolutely. I just assumed if he knew that I was for a soup I was cooking right now, legitimately right now, that he would know better. But it turned out okay. We just parboiled them and let them sit in water before I added them to the soup. But it was so frustrating because it's like, I am literally, this is the one ingredient I need to put in these still. And he's like, but I'm not wrong. Like, these are black beans. You asked for black beans. I got you black beans. Like, you got me there. You got me there. Exactly. That is exactly what happened. I'm like literally dying. And you're like, eh. I thought it was really funny. I was really frustrated at the time. Like, I was really mad because it's like, he had this tendency of us like deciding what I meant. If I would tell, like, cause even in those instances where I would say, could you pick me? If I would have been hyper specific and said, I need a can of black beans, he still probably would have got me a bag of black beans because they were cheaper and a good chef knows how to cook them. He still would have done, I'm sure he still would have done that because he was so adamant that he knew what I meant more than I knew what I meant. So that's where the argument that we had came in, was it's just like, stop. When I tell you I want a specific thing, give me that specific thing. But that is also case in point why we are no longer married, because I don't like it when people decide for me what I mean by what I say. You said this, but you really meant. No, I said what I said because that is what I meant. There's a difference in interpreting somebody's needs and just deciding that they meant something else. Pro tip, communication-wise, if you're taking notes out there. Like, interpreting someone's needs can go either way. Like, I'm trying to be helpful and I'm trying to interpret what you might need. That's different than you said what you needed and I ignored you and did something else. Because I decided what you meant by that was blah. Like, me wanting pickles doesn't mean I want hard-boiled eggs, bro. Do you like hard-boiled eggs? They would badly threw them away. Oh my god. No! I love hard-boiled eggs, though. They're a staple snack for me when I'm not too tired to boil a batch. It's so funny because like I usually am really good about going in those grocery apps when I do order on them, and I always select this is the appropriate backup should the thing be out of stock. And sometimes I'll still get really weird substitutions, like that wasn't even one of the options I picked, but okay. My favorite is still when I asked for 8 bananas and the gentleman shopping my order got me 8 bunches of bananas. Eggs for pickles. Yeah, no, that is pretty crazy. That's a pretty far stretch. I just froze the bananas and had smoothies. But it was like, who means 8 bunches? And my note specifically said 8 bananas, not 8 bunches. And I think he read that backwards and got me 8 bunches of bananas. It was a lot of bananas. It was a lot of bananas. I had frozen bananas for like a year. Hey, baby. Oh, munch, munch, munch. Munch, munch, munch. All right. All right. What am I doing? Coat 2. Coat 2. Corvo. Hi, handsome man. Hi, handsome man. He just looked at me like, what? Is there food left? Sorry, buddy. No. Yeah, I like I was saying earlier, I got to go. My friend got a kitten a couple months ago, so I got to go see her. She's growing like crazy. We share the same birthday, me and the kitten do. But she's an amazing little tiny girl. And then we went out for lunch. We were gonna go out for lunch. We were gonna go to a bakery and then go out for lunch. However, when we got to it was a new Chinese bakery that just opened by us. When we got there, they were almost completely sold out of all of their everything for the day, like everything. And good for them. That's amazing. So we got one of each of everything that was left. Each. And then we sat down and ate them and realized there was no room for lunch because we just ate 2 buns and some amazing mushroom pork stuffed something or other. And there was no room to go have lunch. But we're definitely gonna try and go back to the Chinese bakery earlier in the day. Like the guy said that they're usually pretty slim pickings by like 11 a.m. So we're gonna go back and try to get some more stuff because they had some really good looking stuff. We got a pumpkin stuffed bun. It was really more like a squash. It kind of tastes like acorn squash. Pumpkin stuffed bun, a red bean paste bun. And then my friend borrowed me, he had a book on Chinese and Asian breads. And since I've been so into bread, his only rule is that if I make anything from the book, I have to make sure that he gets to have some. So, I've always really wanted to get good at making milk bread, because there's definitely a technique to milk bread. I have a goal this year of trying 20 new bread recipes. So like this weekend when I made banana bread, even though it was a sourdough banana bread, I'm not counting it as one of my new breads because I've made banana bread in the past. This just happened to be banana bread with sourdough starter in it. So I have to branch out, and like I made cinnamon rolls. I've never done that before. The focaccia I had never made before. Sourdough I've never made before. I can't do the loaf bread because I've made loaf bread before. So I've done 3. Yeah, I'm excited too. I've been really excited about cooking. I've been trying to find like one bread to make every weekend. When we go out of town, the day before we leave, I think I'm either gonna make up, I think I'm gonna make up a sourdough loaf so that my friend who's staying here can have some sourdough while she's staying here and watching our house for us. It's either that or I was gonna make up a batch of cinnamon rolls and freeze them individually so she could like take one out and bake one each day. But that might be beyond my skill set just yet. Just the individual, I can do a whole pan. I suppose I could do a whole pan of them, but just freeze them in 2s. I could do that. But I'll have to put my starter in the fridge because I don't want to make her take care of my starter while I'm gone. Which is fine. Starters can go dormant in the fridge and then he just takes a couple days to wake them back up. Or like my pita, he woke up in a day. He was like, yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this bread thing. And yes, he is 100% named after Peter Malark. Because I am constantly trying to keep him alive. Just like Katniss was trying to keep Peter alive. That made me giggle way too much when I came up with the name. I do like that people name their sourdough starters. I think that it's cute, and also people say that it brings you good luck, because sourdough can be kind of temperamental. It's supposed to bring you good luck for your loaves to cook well with them, and so far it worked for me. Desi! Congrats. I'd call mine Gerald. Why? Specifically Gerald. I need to know. My first one was Simon, and I had to get rid of Simon because I'm a dope, and I realized on day 3, when nothing was happening, that Simon was made from almond flour. And almond flour will not do that. Because you can. I love that. I didn't know if there was like some specific like Gerald because I have a favorite actor whose name is Gerald, or my neighbor's dog growing up's name was Gerald, or something. Something like that, you know? You see lots of pun names. One of the girls I follow had Bilbo Breadkins and Gandalf the Grain. Oh, thank you, Rupert. Yes, I love that. Isn't that great? I think that's great. It makes me happy. Lots of Doloreses and Doleens and... I've seen Ricky Ricardo. People get creative, man. I almost named mine Breadward, just because I thought Breadward was a great name. I have seen a Breadward Cullen. You guys, I have always wanted to write a book. And like since I was a child, I've wanted to write a book. And I always struggle with coming up with an idea for a whole ass plot that I would really like to write about. I always have like half an idea. I'm like, this would be great. And then I have no idea how the story ends or where it would go. But I came up with an idea for a book the other day. It's kind of ridiculous. It'd be really fun to write. And it would be really hilarious to self-publish it. I just don't have any time to write. Squidward. Yeah, I know. I just have to have the time to do it. I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna actually like outline it because I have an idea of where I want it to go. Because it's kind of an anti-trope book in my head. So I've been reading a lot of really tropey books. And this is sort of, in my mind, the story that I want to tell is kind of an anti-trope. So we'll see. Another treat! Oh my god, I just had banana bread. Hang on, I gotta finish this section so all the colors are even. And then I will have another treat. That just means more chocolate for me. And I'm okay with that. More. Husband demands I have more treats. Oh no. Oh man, I just realized we can go to Gideon's Bakery. And while I'm real excited to have another Gideon's cookie, also, that Gideon's coffee was really good that we had. The peanut butter, like that peanut butter latte or whatever. Oh, that was really tasty. Which trope does Kat want to anti? The red flag lovers. I've been reading a lot of like shitty romance novels because they're easy. They don't require a lot of brain. Rupert, if you want something, you go tell your dad. Quit wiggling and groaning in here. That's what she said. Just because I think it would be dumb and fun and easy to write. And even if it's just for me, I think it'd be kind of a fun thing to do. So we'll see. Okay, now I finished that section. I can have a treat. I'm gonna have this one. It's a fudge. All right. No, go to tell your dad you want something. It's got a nougat in the middle. You guys be proud of me. I haven't tried to drink my paint water once tonight. My main choice when it comes to novels tends to be sci-fi, fantasy, and YA dystopia. It used to be horror, but I haven't gotten into any really good horror books recently. I should, though. I've needed light reading because my brain has been so overloaded with other things. Thanks for being proud of me. Isaac has Tabby Cat tier. Thanks for that lurky tier. I appreciate you. I still don't know why the images are showing up. Or aren't showing up, rather. It's weird. This will hopefully be the last code of 4, and we'll move on to 5. It looks like it should be. Oh, I misspoke. It was Bildo Breadkins. It was Bildo Breadkins. That's what it was. Like, I knew there was multiple puns in the Bildo one, in the Bilbo one. Bildo Breadkins. And it was Gandalf the Grain. You got your brain cell! Good job. Now you just have to be very, very careful what you do with your brain cell while you have it. Yesterday when I was playing with my friend's kitten, we were talking about, because she's like cream brown and orange striped, but she definitely looks orange because of her coloring. And we were talking about how many brain cells we think she has, because she's not fully orange, but she is definitely orange. We've decided on 3 because she's smart, but she's still kind of kitten dumb. You're just gonna hold on to it. You're just gonna put it in a jar and hang on to it. Not gonna do a damn thing with it. Not a lick. Just hang on to it until it's somebody else's turn. A kittendom? Yes, a kittendom ruled by is ruled by a kitten. It's a kingdom ruled by a kitten. Totally, totally. That's 100% what that is. The brain is getting focused because I really want to change colors. So it's like focus and get this done so you can switch up. Marcy, get out of there. Hey. You don't need to get in the trash. You're a weird cat. She's a very weird cat. I think she smells. There's a catnip toy in there. I think she smells it. Oh, don't worry. Maybe it'd be better starting correct. Are you gonna sell your brain cell? Isaac, are you selling your brain cell for the highest bidder? You just got it. Marceline, get out of there. I will come over there and I will take it away from you. Marcy. Hey. Hey. Don't you sass me. She just looked at me like, whatever. Orange cat shell, cat brain. Before she gets into more trouble. Go seal that bag up. My paint is starting to get thick. I'm gonna have to start adding medium to it, I think. To thin it out. Right now it's okay. It's not the easiest to use, but if you get one of these kits and you're not able to finish it in like a month, you can get some stuff called pouring medium, acrylic pouring medium, and that helps thin it out. It also makes it very nice and smooth when you spread it. Sassy gremlin, that's sure. Yeah, I think it would be better if you're gonna do it that way. It's gotta be on Craigslist. Marceline, get out of the trash. What's funny is that trash bag has been sitting there for like 3 weeks and she's just discovered that there's catnip in it. Because I was throwing away some broken catnip toys that aren't really safe for the cats to have anymore. And she's just discovered it. And now she's trying her darndest to get in that bag. Meow. She says, meow, like, Mom, this isn't fair. I'll tell you what my grandpa always said to me, the fair is in August. Which hoodie? Which hoodie? The pocket hoodies for Kat. Oh, the Extra Life ones. Yeah, sorry. I'm not the smartest either, okay? I wear it like all the time. Literally all the time. Because Great Teacher Mr. B always said the fair is in August. See? Is Mr. B. I never had Mr. B, but Mr. B treated me like I was one of his students because my brother was one of his students, and I always really liked that. That's true. It's true, though, Isaac. I am not the sharpest hammer. But gosh darn it, people like me. And I'm not judging them for it. Oh, we're almost done with this color. There's not very many fives, so 5 should go fairly quickly. I may get the acrylic medium out for 5 though, if it's just this, if it's this thick still. Just because I think it's gonna, it'll paint so much nicer. Because this is getting a little dry, getting a little thick. Admittedly, I bought this in December, and it's just kind of been sitting, waiting for me to paint it on stream, so. My son just eyebrowed me with my own eyebrows. Oh, really? Like, kind of gave you your own attitude back? Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. That's adorable. Okay, I think that's it. On to 5 we go. You want a chocolate of the face? Because that's how you get a chocolate of the face. My coworker is Latina, and she talks about that all the time. She's like, the number of chocolates that go flying through our house over the holidays is absurd. All right, 5. We have 5, 5. Oh my god, is that it? Is it just the 2? Yeah, just 5 and 5. All right, well, that'll go fast. I hope. Ooh, this one real thick. Yeah, it should be okay. It should be okay. No chocolates thrown at the head. I was hoping we'd get through at least 2 colors tonight, but it looks like we might get a third down because there's not very many for 5. Unless I'm totally missing more. But he does really only have these sort of darker spots on his head because he's got little toasty corgi spots. I don't see any more 5s, just those 2 spots. Just these 2 little spots. We gotta sit and wait for it to dry. There's not enough to do, man. We'll just sit and we'll fan it. We'll become its biggest fan. Because the thing with acrylic is we really don't want to be painting over it, you know? I could do 6 as well. We'll see. Hang on. Could I also do 6 while I'm waiting for 5 to dry? Or is that going to be disastrous? It might be disastrous. There's not very much 6 either, though. Ah, Cat, just be patient. Just be patient, Cat. You made a bear for somebody? No, you didn't. You didn't tell me about that, at least. What kind of bear was it? I technically also made a bear from my niece who just had a baby, but I never finished it because ADHD. She just had her baby. I totally was like, I'll have it done before she has her baby. Nope. No, I will not. Good jelly gift card. Let's finish like crocheted. A sparkly plushy bear with button limbs. Uh-oh, I gotta look. Everybody click the link and look. Naya, that's so cute. The sparkly. Oh my goodness. That turned out so well. Did you do that Grafgan of Toothless? Naya, that's beautiful. Everybody look at Naya's links. They're beautiful. She loved it so much she cried and said it was too much and asked my hubby if I could make her a blue one. Oh. I have experienced that too. I did a commission for someone for Christmas and I gave them my quote. I was like, it'll probably be like 30 bucks. And they paid me 80 and I was like, are you sure? And they're like, yeah, you handmade this. Oh, thank you. I love when people understand that. Have you ever burped so loud and deep it would impress Thor? I have. And it always feels so good. Dry. I'm telling you, dry. I want to keep painting. Like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I gotta let it dry. I'm just smearing it. Smash another. Well, that's drying. My phone was buzzing earlier. My mental break. It's a balmy -12 outside right now. So happy that she appreciated the bear so much. It's so beautiful. I had no idea what she was getting. I love that. I love that. Yeah, I'm trying to be like, I want to like look at my app and see what's the real feel. Real feel's -22, so yeah, you know. Feels like it's -22. Yeah, out in the Nodak area, you definitely get a little bit colder than we do at times. Depending. -41 Fahrenheit is -41 Celsius. Does it even back? It evens out again? It eventually just evens back out. I believe it. Second coldest city in America. No! Boo. I always love when Alaska is warmer than our temperatures. And they're just like, it's 45 degrees outside today. And I'm like, it is negative 45 out here today. Or there was, during the last polar, or a couple polar vortexes ago, we were warmer than Antarctica, or colder than Antarctica. And it's like, bro, negative 40. So 10 Celsius is 50, 20 is 68. See, I can't do that. My brain can't do 18s like that. I always do a conversion chart. Like when I post in the Discord about temperature conversions, I have always gone and converted that on another website. It is how I passed my 7's multiplication table, with 100% by memorizing and not because I actually know how to do the math. Oh, yes. Okay. There we go. On to 6 we go! Gloogle. It's no longer Google, it's Gloogle. Welcome to Gloogle. I've done that, and then you've had to unstitch everything and like... Ugh, so frustrating. Hi, Brian. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Been away, you have. Long time no see at all, right? Gloogle. Gloogle is where you learn how to make German mulled wine. Correct. You are correct. See, Isaac knows. Isaac knows all about it. Gloogled my martini. I need another now. Exactly. Another! Ooh, I smacked the microphone. I'm so sorry for anyone with headphones in. That's what I get for changing the position of the microphone. I have no spatial awareness of where it is anymore. There's a whole Jackbox game about inventing definitions of words. Dictionarium. We haven't had a Jackbox night in a really long time on stream. Maybe when I get back into Sunday stream, like as this new monthly Sunday stream, maybe we'll do a Jackbox night. We'll have a community game night. It's very fun. I have most of them. I really like Trivia Murder Party. I feel like Trivia Murder Party is pretty safe to play on stream. Dictionarium can be a little iffy if you don't know who you're playing with. Quiplash is usually pretty okay. It can get a... You can have filters and review and stuff on, so... Even the naughty pack. Oh my goodness. I really like playing with my friends when they come over. I really like playing TKO. TKO is definitely one of my favorite games. I even bought, we haven't played it since I bought them, but I even bought like tablet pens so that people could draw a little bit better on their phones. You have 2 TKO shirts. Yeah. We have an infamous one that gets quoted once in a while. We kind of wish we would have saved... I tried to save the link for it, but... I could not. I could not find it. I thought I copied it to my phone. And apparently I did not, but... It's okay. We can always try to recreate it. It's never as funny the second time, but... Six is just kind of annoying because it's lots of wibbly bits. That's the technical term in painting. Wibbly bits. It's just lots of wibbly bits. I love that as I'm adding the darker brown in, it's really starting to look like him. It may actually show up in your Jackpack history if you were logged in to Twitch at the time. We weren't. It was a private party. It was just me and some friends playing at home. Unfortunately. I kind of want to get done with 6 and start 8 or start 7. I don't know that we will. Maybe we'll start 7 tonight. I do kind of like that I'm going in numeric order. It's making it a lot easier to be like, I didn't miss a spot, except for that time that I missed a spot. That's the oh, you got the lobster thermidor taco. Don't forget, you can name a taco with your channel points if you would like. And it can be named anything you want. You could name your taco Samuel. This is a you got the Samuel taco. Who knows what's in a Samuel taco? You could make a hot tamales taco. Up to you. Chorizo taco. I've seen it a couple times. It's popped up a couple times when you weren't around. Since that's your taco name. Double chorizo. Chorizo tacos are good. More squiggliest makes me more focused. But I'm gonna have to wait for this to dry now. Because we're getting to the point where it's gotta completely dry. You're stealing my slippers. Are you trying to steal? He's trying to steal both of my slippers at the same time, and he's having a hard time with it. He's literally trying to carry them both out of the room together. Rupert likes to do things to intentionally get in trouble because he wants attention. He is like a toddler. Well, he successfully stole one. It's time to pet Wisp. It's time to pet Wisp. Oh, big stretch. Big stretch. Big stretch. Oh, yeah. Is that the case? Is that the case? You want much more rubbies? You got some eyeball gaze. We don't like eyeball gaze. No eyeball gaze in this house. No. She's such a good girl. Oh, she's purring. We got some purring going on here. We got some purring going on here. All right, come on, baby. Dry faster. I really should like get a hair dryer out or something. Oh. Literally sitting here waiting for paint to dry. Hi, baby. I love her. Mm-hmm. It is a good thing I have you. And Wisp. And Wisp. She's such a good girl. She's my little goofy ball. Oops. The heck? Heck and heck. Oh, she's included in that, yes. My mind is wandering. It's almost dry. This might need a fourth coat. I'm not entirely sure. We will see how this dries. But this brown has seemed a little thinner. So we will see. Oh, my Myers-Briggs. INFJ. The rarest. The rarest type. However, I know so many INFJs. And that's maybe because we flocked together. The advocate, yep. That's me. Fortunately and unfortunately. I always say fortunately and unfortunately because the hard thing with being the advocate is that you advocate for others, but you also have to advocate for yourself. Because, like, no one... If you're the one who's always standing up for everyone else, like, people just kind of expect that you'll handle it on your own. And it gets kind of... It gets a little exhausting. Sometimes I would like someone to stand up for me. Oh, I got Calico tier. Good job, me. ENFP. The entertainer? That's funny. Well, you are entertaining. There you go. That's why you should stream. That's why you should stream. You're the entertainer. They wrote a whole song about you. It's so accurate if you answer truthfully. See, here's the funny thing. So the first time I took the Radzar, which if you don't know, the Radzar is one of the tests that can help determine the possibility of an autism diagnosis. And the first time I took the Radzar, I still scored high enough. Everyone's getting their tears now. I still scored high enough for it to be a yeah, you definitely are the type who is likely to have autism. But I came back to it a few months later after I kind of accepted that I'm autistic and had started unmasking, and I was like, I just want to see, like, if I answer it now, is it any different? Because once I started unmasking and like really being okay with who I was and stopped pretending for other people all the time and ignoring my needs, I felt like my answers might be different. And I was way higher. I was like 134 the first time I took it, which is, yeah, you definitely got a touch of the tism. And it was like 192 or like 189 or like something much higher when I was like, no, I've accepted this now, and this is how I really feel about these things. Which I suppose in a way makes sense. I have always, for the Myers-Briggs, I have always tested the same. I know some people test differently throughout their lives on Myers-Briggs. Like they'll go through different phases of their life and their Myers-Briggs score will change. And mine has never changed. Which is kind of case in point for me when I tell people I am who I am. Like, if you were to meet me in person today, this is exactly who I am. I am the same exact person. I don't know. It's some people you like, oh, I meet you in a social setting and you're a different person, or I meet you online and you have a different personality, or like whatever. Nope, this is just me. This is who I am. I might be a little more socially awkward in person, but other than that, this is me. And yeah, Isaac's met me, so Isaac knows. There is no show here. This is me. All right, we're gonna start 7. It's 8:17. Okay, so I'm hoping we can get one layer of 7 down before the end of the night, and we'll pick up with layering that later. So we have 7, 8, 9. All right, we're getting into the home stretch here, you guys. I can't believe it. This is going a little bit faster than I expected it to. I'm guessing 2 more streams, maybe? You have to buy another one. No, then I'll do something else for a while. Actually, I may do something else next week. Simply because I have to start working on my friend's birthday present, because his birthday is going to come faster than I'm willing to admit. It's a loop yarn blanket because cats love them. And he has a kitty and wants the kitty to snuggle with him more, and so I want to make him a loop yarn blanket so that kitty will want to snuggle with him. So. It might be kind of hard to see that. It's the Rads R. I mean, and it's not definitive. It's not definitive, but it was definitely very eye-opening for me when I was like, there's no way I'm neurodivergent. Ha 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 ha. Now I'm just over here collecting letters. I got ADHD, I got ASD. We're finding out that I might have OCD. At minimum, I have the O part of the OCD. Might have EDS. Yeah. PTSD symptoms also. See, PTSD is another symptom that goes hand in hand with autism as well. It's always surprising to me how comorbid some of these things really are. I mean, obviously, not everybody who has one has all of them or multiples, but I'm just grateful I got my ADHD diagnosis last year. Finally. Ah, dang it. Forgot to mail my therapist again. One of these days I'll remember. I put her card on my desk so that I would remember, and I keep ignoring it. I should do it first thing tomorrow morning. Maybe if I put it in my Finch app, I'll remember. I got the D's. Haha, got him. Got mine was to 30, yeah. So I just turned 40 this year. So 39. I got diagnosed at 39. But it's been since about 2021 that I've been suspecting. Because the way I tell it is I was trying really hard to understand my husband's ADHD because I would get very frustrated with how things would transpire in our house. And so I was like, I want to understand ADHD better. So I started looking at things about ADHD. And I was sending him TikToks being like, haha, you do this. Haha, it's funny. And so he was sending me back TikToks. And I was like, yeah, but you don't really do this. And he's like, yeah, I wasn't sending them because I do. I'm sending them because you do. Like, but those are ADHD TikToks. He's like, yeah, I know. That reminds me, I have to call my doctor for my Adderall refill. But yeah, that is 100%. Thank you for the hydrate, by the way, Nintendo dude. I just did it. That is 100% how that went. I was like, haha, look, I understand ADHD now. And my husband was like, yep, and you have it too. Oh, shit. I literally never considered it. Yeah, it's dextroamphetamine is what I'm on. We all got so many ADHDs. I don't know what these HDs are, but I got 80 of them. When I was younger, some doctor mentioned it. And my mom never thought of it again. My whole life, I've thought about it. And this one time my friend did an Adderall to get high. My ass read my driver's. Oh my god. That is, so I had this whole like imposter syndrome moment when I was at my doctor, like getting my prescription for the first time. And I was like how, like, I feel like I don't want to seem like I'm a drug seeker. So like, what happens if I take this and it's not ADHD? And she was like, you'll know. She's like, you'll know real fast if it's not ADHD. I'm like, oh. Okay. And I took my first dose and I was so zen and so like just calm. Just so everything's great and I feel wonderful. But yeah, she was like, don't worry, you'll know. She told me that she has a lot of patients who tried to take Adderall to get high and it didn't work, and that was their oh shit, I think I have ADHD moment. That's how a lot of her patients had come to her and been like, so I think I might actually need this. Like they were in college and they took it to get high and nothing happened. So they were like, uh-oh. I try to make more long-form content to oppose to rapid-fire content. The only short content I make is time-lapses. I do like time-lapses. Time-lapses are cool. When I was bartending, they'd be like... No, yes, I understand that so much, Naya. Like, it's... The number of times it's like, where did my ADHD put this? I have no idea. I was talking about too how like everyone thinks it's so cute and quirky. I forgot stuff, you know. But it can get very dangerous. Like I remember there was a day that I was cooking in the kitchen. I was heating a pan up to make something, and in the middle of that, I had a thought where I was like, "Oh, I should really go check my computer for that." So I came in here. And I got involved in 6 different things because that's what happens. And then I smelled burning and was like, oh shit, I was cooking. And I had to like run back to the kitchen and not burn my house down because I was scorching a pan because I forgot that I had started cooking. And that's like everyone's like, ah, ADHD is so funny and quirky. And it's like, yeah, until it's extremely dangerous. Or like the other one for me, like I didn't realize, I used to fall asleep while driving a lot, like all the time, like a scary amount. And as I learned more about ADHD, I found out that like the only times it would really happen was when I would go from work to home. I'd go from work to home. And so, I'd be driving home and I would get so tired that I was literally like fighting to keep my eyes open, smacking my face, cold air, loud music, everything I could do to stay awake. And I found out that is because, and people who have ADHD will know this, you go from a high stimulus environment to no stimulus at all, aka just focusing on just driving, and your brain shuts down. Like you don't really have control over it. It's almost like narcolepsy. Yep. So now the nice thing is when I go to work, so if I go into the office, I just take one of my immediate releases with me and I take it right before I go home. And I don't fall asleep while I'm driving. I developed a sixth sense for the kitchen, so even when I get distracted, I get like a spidey sense to always know when to go back to the food. That's a good skill to have. I can listen to videos or streams at different speeds, like if someone is a quick talker or someone is slow. I get so frustrated with people who give long explanations and talk super slow in videos and blah. I'm like, oh my god, 2x speed, 2x speed, let's go, let's go. Not everyone can listen to more than one thing at a time. Yeah. And for me, it depends. Like there are some times where I'm overstimulated because of the autism and I can't. But I think because there's normally like 16 different things going on in my head, listening to 2 to 3 things at the same time and comprehending them is not uncommon. You know? ADHD. Yep, that's me. That's me. I got all them. I got 80 of them. Oh, that is the other thing too, is like the hyper awareness. Like if we go out to a restaurant, I'm probably listening to you talking to me and the table next to us and probably some other passing conversation at the same time. I can hear all of it. It's frustrating. I want to be able to just hear the one thing. And luckily, the medication does help with that. But I was so proud of myself, too, because, like, and I can still do it. When I first started taking my medication, one of the most profound things to me was being able to just sit and watch a TV show. Because normally I would have to be doing something at the same time, but I can, right now, if my meds are still kicking, I can just sit and watch a TV show. I don't also have to be on my phone. Sometimes I choose to be. I don't have to be crafting. I can just sit and watch something and feel okay about it, you know? Thank God. Headphones are my saving grace. Yeah, I actually have, I have loop earbuds that I keep on me. As a bartender, though, people notice, they just be like, there's no way she's listening. And you're like, yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. Especially when somebody is, like, talking about you and they don't think that you're hearing them. It's like, baby, I'm hearing way more than you think I am. Isaac. I lost a crochet hook because I didn't put it back in its case. And now the set is incomplete! No! What about OCD? So for me, what my therapist and I have been talking a bit about is that she's not comfortable diagnosing. She's like, if you really want that diagnosis, you need to go to a psychiatrist. However, I will not deny that the thought patterns you are explaining to me are pretty classic obsessive thought patterns. So I want to say I don't have compulsions. Unfortunately, the more that I sit and think about it, I think I do. I just don't think that I don't think my compulsions have impacted my life the way that some people with OCD's compulsions will impact their lives to a point where, like, they can't leave the house or they have all these rituals and things like that. I do have some, and they get really weirded out if I can't do them. But for the most part, they don't impact my life or stop me from doing things. The obsessive thoughts do, though. Yes. When things are off kilter or out of place, I unconsciously start cleaning them. And it's one of those things too where sometimes it just feels physically painful if you can't or you don't. Ugh, I hate it. So right now, like, realizing that I have obsessive thought patterns has helped me to be able to kind of circumvent them when I feel them coming on. Sometimes I have full-blown panic attacks still over them, but my therapist basically said she would not be surprised in the least if that was the case. But as a therapist and not a psychiatrist, she didn't want to be like, yes, you definitely have OCD. But she's like, you definitely exhibit OCD traits. Yeah. That's the funny thing is I'm really messy in video games. Until I'm not. Once everything has a place, it needs to be in that place. But until it has a place, it's fine. But once it has a place, boy howdy. I was the person when I'd play Minecraft with my friends who was always reorganizing the chests because people would just come back from resource farming and just drop shit places. And I'd be like, this is the wood chest! Why? Why? Why are there zombie guts in the wood chest? Case you know, organize someone's farm for them. Oof. Man, you could probably offer that as the service. Yeah, so that's the thing is there was a drop chest by the door. That's what I started doing is being like, you drop your stuff in here and I will take it from here and put it where it goes. You could probably sell your services to someone, right? That's for sure. It's already I was joking that I was already a member of one of the alphabet mafias. Now I have another alphabet that I'm a part of. This is why my husband loves playing with me, right? Mutually beneficial transaction, even without the money. Exactly. You get to scratch an itch, and they get an organized farm. Perfect. It's perfection. Everyone benefits in the end. I'm trying to think. There was something that I had a friend who used to give to me specifically to do for them, and I can't remember off the top of my head anymore. It's like, you really want to organize this, don't you? I'm like, hell yeah, I do. Keep me busy for hours sorting through anything. This thing needs to be sorted. You got it, dude. You got it, dude. Ever heard anyone say, if you have OCD, then shouldn't it be called CDO? I love that. Oh, it's okay. Isaac got you. It's good. I have never played Lethal Company, no. It was a possibility for my brother and my Extra Life event this year, and we didn't get around to it. Alright. We might actually get 2 coats of 7 done tonight. Love Oregon. My best friend lives in South Dakota. We're both from Washington, but I haven't seen her for a few years because she moved first, and I'm just like, you better not organize the pantry without me. You want to come organize my kitchen? Go start it! Yeah, thank you. Thank you for always popping in. I appreciate it. I'm only a mod because I can use... Yeah, exactly. Anytime I say something stupid, Isaac's like, I got you. I got you. Bought the game because I really want to play it, but I had no friends. Yeah, that was like me with Dead by Daylight. And it's fine playing Killer, but sometimes I don't want to play Killer. So I haven't really played that. I got really into it for a while, and then I just didn't really have anyone to play with, so... No more Dead by Daylight. Now I just play a ton of Palia. Actually, I haven't even had time to play Palia lately. I've been playing Balatro. So much Balatro. But I'm finally winning more consistently on Balatro, at least. I mean, I might be. I don't know. I don't actually know. Depends on where you are. Specifically. My dad used to hunt out in North Dakota. I've been to North Dakota all of one time. To visit my then boyfriend who was going to NDSU. That was a very long drive. Alone and solo. I don't know what GF means. Oh, there's a uni in your city. Ah. Ooh, the bots are getting there next year. Good job, bots. Good job, bots. You've been hanging out in stream. You get that tier. You're right on the border, basically. Probably like 4.5 to NDS2, I think. It's like, okay. So if you've ever lived in a place that's real freaking cold, like I do, you can smell the cold. And right now, my window, I can feel the cold coming off my window and I can smell the cold. Yeah, but you escaped the frozen tundra. Oh yeah, so you got 4.5 hours and 4.5 hours. Yeah, I can smell the cold. What do you mean, boy, are you paying for it? You just traded the cold for earthquakes and fires. It's not just to live here. Negrachino! Oh my god, I must be psychic because literally 10 seconds ago, I was like, I wonder if Negrachino got their ornament. Oh yeah? Did it do the thing? Did it do the thing? Yeah, when it gets all sparkly, it's so cold it's sparkly. I love that. I hate it because it means it's that cold, but also... I'm not even joking. I was literally just sitting here painting thinking, I wonder if Negrachino got their ornament. And then like 5 seconds later, you're here saying it. Claire something. Clairsentient, clairvoyant, clairaudient, I don't know. Claire something. Your ears did feel a little bit warm. The sparkliness is your cornea crystallizing. I hope not. I do have a photo from when I was running outside. I went running outside on a -5-degree day. And I wore a ski mask to keep my eyes safe. And I stopped to take a picture, but I wanted to take my mask off for the picture. And if you zoom in on my eye, you can see that my contact lens had frozen. You could see the lines in my contact lens from it freezing. In my eyeball. Yeah. Yeah. I'm fairly proud of that picture, but I also, after seeing that, decided to turn around and go home. Because it felt unsafe to be outside running, if that was what was happening. Because I could only imagine, even with my face mask and stuff on, I could only imagine what was happening to my lungs in that temperature. Because people have destroyed their lungs in the cold. And I did have a warm mask on, so I was rebreathing warm air, but I've seen people cough up blood after being out on cold runs and stuff. So. Oh, yeah. I did the throwing the hot water in the air. There's a video of me throwing hot water in the air when it was negative. It was like -35 with a feels like of -50 or something. Yeah. Yeah, you can freeze your lungs. And it becomes very dangerous. So now I tend to not go running if it's less than 10 degrees. Unless I really, really have to. I'll make it a shorter run. I hate running on the treadmill, so I tough it out and go outside if I absolutely can. Like this week, no. This week is a no running outside week for me because it's just too dangerous. Especially like if I were to get hypothermic or whatever and like nobody's home, like nobody knows I'm out running, there's no one who can come rescue me. Like I stay in my neighborhood, but it can still be dangerous. Yeah, that's what I saw. I was just checking my phone earlier. Ugh. Ugh. Alright, we're almost done with this layer, and then I think that is going to be what we'll call it tonight. We'll do one more layer of this next week, unless I decide to do something else next week. We'll probably do this. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? When I'm not painting this, all I'm thinking about is painting it, so... And we're getting really close to being done. Like I said, looking at it, I'm thinking probably 2 more streams. Chicken noodle soup in hard candy form, I don't love that. I don't love that. I don't know why that's the thing we need, but you know. You know how it goes. Window lump. Window lump. Yes, our window lump. Rupert's looking good, you guys. He's looking real good. Let me see. Who we got out in the wild tonight?
So normally I would not be streaming.
He does. Yeah, he's boop. Boop. It shouldn't be something you want, exactly. All right. I think where I'm gonna drop you tonight is with Case. Case is playing Stardew Valley, so it's gonna be another really, really cozy night. What I would absolutely love of you guys is if you would be as so kind. I don't know why this is being dumb. I'll have to figure that out in a second. Is if you would be as so kind as to join. Oh no, hang on. Oh, wait. I'll wait till we know for sure it's done. I also still just don't know why this chat box is being the way it is. It's very strange to me. Very, very strange to me. Everybody let me know when you're back. You gotta let me know when you're back. See, now that's doing it too. That's so weird. That's so weird. I might have to delete this. Oops. And re-add it. Watch me figure things out right before we end. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. Twitch is triggered to try to ad breaks. No! There we go. See, now it works. Now it works. 3 minutes or get the fuck out, right? That's how it works here. All right. Okay. So we're gonna go see Case. Case is playing Stardew. It's another cozy, quiet stream. It's not a crafting stream, but it's another cozy, chill streamer. I think you will really like her. If you have not raided with me before, please grab my raid call. What I would really, really appreciate is if you could take a couple seconds to follow us through on the raid. Raiding really makes somebody's day. It makes them feel good, makes them feel happy. Even if you can't stick around, drop the raid call, and if you can, leave a lurk. Otherwise, feel free to go on with your night, but please do, if you can, follow us through on the raid. We will be going to see Case. Oops. And yeah, hopefully you guys will have a wonderful night. Hanging out out here. Let's do this. There we go. Hanging out. It'll be good. I don't know. I feel kerfuffled at the moment. Thank you for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. It's been a wonderful night. Naya, I'm so glad you came back in. Everybody, thanks for your lurks and your love. And be sure to jump into the Discord if you want to chat after stream and all that fun stuff. And for now, stay safe, stay healthy, be excellent to each other, make good choices. And my friends, let's go say hi to Case. Bye.